Andrew, pick up. You can't avoid me forever.
I've
Oh,
reached the
God's
big
sake.
man
Seriously,
Andrew
man?
Pragner.
A
Leave a
message.
message and
You're
I'll
going to
try
make me
and
leave a
get back
message
to you.
again.
Cause
I'll
I'm
leave you a message,
important and
Andrew.
super
I'll leave you a
busy,
message.
as you probably know.
Hi, Andrew. Shaun here. You can't avoid me forever because, I am your national team coach and there's always games coming up. But why are Auckland City off to the World Cup? Like, they've won nothing in 4 years. It's unbelievable. Northern League, they can't even make the National League final sometimes. I need an explanation. I want an investigation into this, Andrew. This is ridiculous. We should be at the Club World Cup, not Blimmin' Auckland. I've got to go manage this game against Queenstown shortly, but geez, I want some actual competition, Andrew. Give me competition. Bunch of losers at the Club World Cup. Give me a break. Hello everyone and welcome to episode number 90 of the New Zealand Builder Nation here on Shaun Does FM with both the All Whites and with Cashmere Technical. I hope you're doing well, and coming up today, seeing as we're not at the FIFA Club World Cup, we're going to take on Queenstown, the bottom team in the Southern League, because it should be a good bus trip. So if you're looking forward to that coming up in today's episode, then do remember to go down below, leave a thumbs up on the video, and if you haven't done so already and are enjoying the series here on the channel, also consider hitting that subscribe button and turning that notification bell on as well. It is greatly appreciated. But yesterday, we won our 4th straight Champions League, but then we got the news that we're not going to the FIFA Club World Cup. Auckland City are. So if you missed that episode, I'll leave a link to it over in the top right corner before we get stuck in to our form off the back of that, which to be fair, you can see at top right corner, so may as well get it out the way. Now we beat Nelson Suburbs 3-1, quite good win that, albeit did leave it late to pull away in that game, late goals to Al Ghazali and Jamie Young. As you can see, pretty heavy rotation for that game. Our players still quite tired off the back of the Champions League final, but then a 6-1 win over Otago Uni. That one a lot more comfortable with a hat-trick to both Johnson and to Al Ghazali. That does mean in the Southern League, we are in a very strong position, 8 points clear of the Dunedin City Royals at the halfway point of the season. Above that, you can see how the Central League is looking interesting. That Wellington Olympic aren't currently inside that top 3. In the Northern League, Auckland City doing quite well, but hopefully they just get absolutely pounded at the Club World Cup because they don't deserve to be there. But before we focus on our bus trip in this game coming up in today's episode against the newly promoted team in Queenstown, I think I could have figured out why Auckland City are going and not us. And I think it goes back to the Champions League from 5 seasons ago, which of course was the first final that we made here, I think our second season, once we did make the switch from AFC Auckland. I think, because just recently in game, I say recently, it's a while ago now, but it hasn't been that long since it's been every 4 years for the FIFA Club World Cup, and because I'm using a custom database, I think they've just done it so that the team that wins it in 2029 goes to the next Club World Cup, and then in 2037, it might be the team who won it in 2030. I'm going to sim forward and check that at some stage if I get time. It could mean that we've already booked our tickets to the next 4 FIFA Club World Cups. At least I hope that's the case, because otherwise I've got no idea what Auckland City are doing there. But that's the only thing I've come up with that makes sense, because Auckland City have won nothing in the last 4 seasons, not even a Chatham Cup. Western Suburbs have been more successful than them in New Zealand, so I think might just be an issue there, because the FIFA Club World Cup did get changed from every year to every 4 years, and maybe that was a bit too tricky for the database that we are using. So I think that could be what's wrong, but I'm going to sim forward and check, because if we do go to the next Club World Cup, especially if we're not Champions League winners, that would definitely suggest that that is the case. So I think that's why Auckland City are there. I'm still not happy about it, but at least it means if that's the case, we should be going to the 4 after that, and that is a lot of Club World Cups. It probably finishes off the remainder of the save if we're still here at Cashmere Technical. As I said yesterday, now if an A-League club comes knocking either Wellington or Auckland, even though these days they're no longer in the A-League, definitely tempted if stuff like this is going to happen and we can't actually go to a Club World Cup when we deserve to. But now I think we've got that out of the way, we can try and focus back on the Southern League. Not that that's too interesting, but obviously I'm scrambling a bit here, seeing as I thought would be at the Club World Cup shortly. We're going to take on Queenstown, as I said, mainly because it's a good bus trip. They're new to the division this season, having got promoted last time around, but do find themselves bottom of the table, albeit recent form is not awful. They've lost a couple of local derbies to Mosgiel and the Dunedin City Royals, but have also beaten Otago Uni, and around that, a draw against Christchurch United, which is a decent result, and also they beat someone, Timaru City it is, in the first round of the Chatham Cups. Not doing too badly, but definitely a team that we should be beating. Just a quick look at what happened the first time we took them on this season. We beat them 5-0 at the GMP. That was just prior to that Champions League final yesterday. Hopefully can get a similar result here, even though it is away from home. But yeah, as I said, kind of having to scramble now to find games to show you during this period. I thought we'd be going to the FIFA Club World Cup, so I think off the back of today, I'll try and get forward a bit more, and also let's hope Auckland City get absolutely pumped by Freiburg, LA Galaxy, and Manchester City when they do go to that Club World Cup. A good chance for us here to really get a big gap on top of that Southern League once we go back to the overview, and it should almost guarantee us a spot in the National League Championship, even at this early stage. But as I said, we are away from home for this one. First time we've gone to Queenstown. We travel the morning off, so we're going to have to start this one, I think, from the airport, but it is time for a bus trip. And because we travelled the morning of this game, the disappointments continue because there's no hotel that we can stay at, and the airport is extremely close to where we're playing in the Queenstown Event Centre. This will be a short bus trip, and unfortunately can't look at some of the cool stuff in town, so this kind of backfired on me. I thought it would be a good bus trip, but unfortunately the club, we're still a little bit broke, so we can't do as good a bus trip and stay the night before like I was hoping. So we are going to do a bus trip, but it's probably going to be a short one from the airport to the event centre. So let's get into it. We'll just go here to where we do outside of the airport. This is where we start to be. If you're having a too good a look at Queenstown Airport, we usually go there via driving, seeing as I live in the South Island, but I think that's where we're going. In fact, no, I've started off going the wrong way. Let's just run these people over because I'm in that mood right now. Women FIFA Club World Cup in Auckland City. How dare they? They don't deserve to go there. I'm livid about that. We might talk about that during this bus trip because honestly, how do they get to go to the Club World Cup? Western Suburbs, I could get because they won the Chatham Cup the season before last. Why are Auckland City going? Is it because they've won it 12 times? Because that would kind of make sense as well. They've won it the most. Something about like overall club coefficient or something as we make our way here through the lovely picturesque Queenstown. Some beautiful backdrops. Probably quite a well-known place to people outside of New Zealand. But yeah, I'm just going to rage here on Auckland City. They're filthy. I hate them. Hate their guts. Why are they going to that Club World Cup? Oh, hopefully it's for that reason I said, and then we're booked in to go to the next 4 of them. But even still, I'm still raging because that's now 5 seasons we've spent here at Cashmere Technical, and it looks like it was a bit of a waste of time, at least until we do get to that next Club World Cup. But now we're going to make our way very briefly towards Queenstown. We go left here at the roundabout, start to make our way down Sir Henry. I can't tell the rest of that name, but it is time for us here to be welcome to Queenstown. There goes a bus. We're probably in something very similar. So there's a look at the bus that we're on here in Queenstown. It does look fairly decent. Hopefully we don't crash it, shouldn't, because it's not a very big bus trip. We're going to make our way here, and I think we want to take a right-hand turn around this roundabout. So we'll go here, follow the camper van, and indeed that is the way that we do want to go. Now we're going down Lucas Place, and we'll just make our way here around this slight corner. We should really have a bit more of a look at what's around, but it is near an airport, and honestly, usually in New Zealand, there's not a heck of a lot around the airports because they do take up a fair bit of space, at least in terms of compared to the cities itself. So we'll make our way here down Lucas Place, just pull this so I can actually see where we need to go now. And again, looks like we're going to follow the camper van and take a right-hand turn. Let's just keep in the right lane here. Start to head towards Queenstown, Cromwell, and Wanaka. So definitely, this is the skiing area of New Zealand, quite popular in winter time. Unfortunately, there's still some political advertising up there, which is not ideal. But over on the right-hand side there, I think we actually start to get outside of the Queenstown Event Centre, which is where this game is going to be played. I was hoping it would be played kind of under the backdrop of the luge, where that is in Queenstown, and also the gondola, because there's a sports ground there, but I don't think that's used by the football team. I think that might be used by the local rugby club, so that's a bit of a shame, because then could have been a bit more of a fun bus trip. We make our way here down this highway, I think it is number 6, I believe, is what we're making our way down here. Keep going straight up until this next roundabout. On the right hand side, we'll start to see the sporting facility that we're going to be playing this game at. We'll make our way here down this road. We're going to be going towards Cromwell and Wanaka, and also the airport park and ride. So we'll just go past here this tow truck. Let's see if he's got some decent cars there. He's not doing a bad job there. Looks like he's got 3 decent cars there. Honestly, he could make a decent profit off those if he just robs that truck and takes it to the local tuners or something. But we'll keep making our way here down this road. As you can see through that map, over on the right hand side, that is where we're playing this game. We'll just keep going, because this bus trip also a bit disappointing, just like the FIFA Club World Cup this year, because the 4-time champions of Oceania in a row don't get to go to it. Auckland City do. Unbelievable scenes. But now we're going to take a right hand turn here. You can almost see a bit of what Queenstown is about, even though we're a bit far away. And amongst that, got a Chinese restaurant, a bunch of pharmacies for all the drug addicts out there, and also a few cafes. Across the road, a few more cafes, a BP to fill up your car with petrol. We'll take the right here, go down this road for just a little bit as we make our way past, I believe on the right hand side now is a golf course quite close to the ground that we're going to be playing at. We'll go down this road for a little while. We'll see how many good views we do get here of the mountains around Queenstown. Unfortunately on the left hand side, construction, but thankfully we're not staying near there, because in the past it can affect our performance here with the teams that we do manage. We saw it quite a bit with the All Whites and AFC Auckland. Don't know if it's been quite so much the case at FM24, but construction nearby a hotel, never good, but thankfully don't have to stay down here, and that's probably a good thing, because the hotel prices are quite expensive in Queenstown. But now it's time for us here to take a right hand turn and make our way into the Queenstown Event Centre. We'll go around there, the tree that's fallen down. Good comb work there from the local comb people. And we'll go down here 30 k's an hour, just slow things down a little bit. But there is a good parking area. There you start to see some of the views that make Queenstown quite popular. To be fair, this area is quite nice. It's a cricket ground that sometimes hosts international games, and the backdrops are quite nice, even though you do get airplane noises quite a bit. But I think now we've got to try and figure out here where the football grounds are, and I think I can see it in fact on the right hand side. Just make our way down here a little bit further. Might park there on the left, but I believe that is where we're playing. Can we go in there? We can't, but I think that's the best view we're going to get of today's venue, the Queenstown Event Centre. It's a bit open, but honestly with those views, don't mind it too much. I might even forget briefly about Auckland City somehow making their way to that Club World Cup. There's where we're playing this game in today's episode. Let's hope we can beat Queenstown again and build a nice gap on top of the Southern League table. And here are the team sheets for the Southern League clash down in Queenstown. Looks like we're playing this at night time, even though it looked like before we're travelling after the game. But we've got 5 at the back there for Queenstown. It's very defensive as well, with a defensive midfielder and 2 just in front of him. 4 changes to our usual first choice 11. Both defensive midfielders have been rotated. So Vinicius will start alongside Turner. And also we've got centre backs at wing back today. We've got Hughes out right and Courtney Perkins out left. Hopefully that might mean we're a bit more threatening from set piece, just resting some players a little bit tired off back of our recent schedule. But this really should be 3 easy points to keep ourselves on top of the league. And we make our way forward to the 15-minute mark for the first highlight of this game. We find Castro there in a lot of space off back of that free kick. Albeit plays that one back to Kevin Mina, who took the free kick, but that's a really good save there from Fowler to keep it at 0-0 from the first highlight of this game. So far, we've definitely been the team on the front foot. We haven't quite found a way to put the ball in the back of the net. Castro pulls that one back though for Lorenzo Janssen, and we do score a goal in fact off the back of the first highlight we see in this game. The Australian, who of course was pretty good in that Champions League final for us yesterday, picked up 2 goals and an assist. We'll put that one away. Castro again here with a back pass, and Janssen 1 touch and puts that one away in the bottom right corner to give us a 1-0 lead. And in fact, there's a highlight right off the back of the restart from that goal that we did score before in Queenstown here in the black and the blue. Pretty similar actually to the colours of Auckland FC in real life, the team who are actually going in the A-League, because unfortunately they went with that name, not AFC Auckland, which was a bit of a disappointment. We might have got on that one before it actually got announced. But anyway, Queenstown, they are on the ball here and we're looking to do something down the left-hand side. Hopefully we can win this back and put them to bed early here, considering they're the team on bottom of the Southern League. But they do keep the ball quite nicely here, albeit in their defence. They try and pump this one deep now. Chance for us to win this. And Isaac Hughes will get it back for us. Turner plays it forward to Castro and goes forward to the goal scorer. Then Johnson plays it out to Courtney Perkins. Just to play one far poster, I think. Looking for Torek, can't quite find him. And then a shot there from Isaac Hughes. And he goes very close there to a goal. That would have been a screamer, but unfortunately comes off the crossbar. Still 1-0 Cashmere. And we continue to put the pressure on Queenstown here in this game. A few minutes off the back of that chance to Hughes. Now it's a corner here in our favour. Courtney Perkins tries to float that one across the face of goal. Unfortunately, that one just goes high, getting chances, but still only one goal in front. And again, pretty short off the back of that previous highlight. Now it's a throw for us here down our right-hand side. We play it back there to the young Brazilian centre-back. And Teo Demiro goes out there to Isaac Hughes. Floats that one far post there. Looking for Kevin Mina. Can't quite find him. Fowler will come out and claim. That's a Queenstown here actually doing a good job to keep this at 1-0 so far. Let's see if they can do something here off that long ball forward from Fowler. They can't. Teo Demiro will control it well. Goes for Tana and back out there to Isaac Hughes, the former Phoenix player, who's about 6th or 7th choice in terms of the All Whites at centre back. So we'll see what goes on injury-wise if he gets a call up. But that's a push in the back there on Castro. He's all ready to take the penalty and hopefully can put this game to bed here in the first half by taking this one away. Very good finisher. And to be fair, I didn't think that was too bad a penalty, but Fowler comes up with a really good save. So we're still only 1-0 in front. To be fair, Castro still keeping himself on a decent rating, seeing as he picked up the assist for that first goal, but he misses a penalty. We're still only 1-0 in front. And it looks like they will do it for the first half. I think I saw there that Fowler, the goalkeeper's picked up a late injury in that half. That could help us because he was definitely one of the players of that first half for Queenstown, but 1-0 in front. It should be 2, but Castro had a penalty save from Fowler. Quite a good effort. No one out there on a yellow card or doing too badly, so I don't think any changes are needed. Hopefully a bit more clinical in the second half. We can pull away and pick up a comfy win in Queenstown. And it's only taken a few minutes of the second half of the first half. Thrown here down our right-hand side. Hughes finds Vinicius. And now we go in field yet again to Teo Demiro. Turner just finds Mina there down that left-hand side. Tries to square that one. The goalkeeper, who is in fact off the bench as we suspected, Fowler, came off at half-time. Makes a decent save there. So it looks like Queenstown have some quite good goalkeepers. That highlight did not amount to much. Still only 1-0 in front. And just shot the hour mark with the next highlight in this game. Hopefully we can actually put this game to bed now because we've been toying with these guys for far too long. The free kick we keep possession from and inside of the final third. Hughes floats that one far post. Castro can't quite get on the end of it. Courtney Perkins makes his way inside the box. His first goal of the season. He doesn't score too many as a centre-back, especially these days, as around 5th or 6th choice. But today gets a chance at left back and will put that one away. I think it was 2 with his left foot. We'll see it shortly. But there's a couple of touches here to make his way inside the box. To be honest, can't quite tell what foot that was. Puts it away nicely in the bottom right corner. And eventually, we grab a cushion goal. And only a few minutes off the back of that cushion goal. Now it's a free kick here in our favour. We try and put that one far post, but Tapsoba will claim that one. As I said, having come off Fowler at half-time, that might hurt Queenstown quite a bit. Because as I said, he did have quite a big first half, including that penalty save, but he pumps it deep. Rather fortunately there, Mina did keep the ball after briefly losing it, gets on the attack and squares it for Lorenzo Janssen, who is on a hat-trick. Yet again, he has found some very good form at what should have been a big time of the season for us. Unfortunately, it's not, because we're playing 7 league games, not looking forward to a Club World Cup. I'll get over at some stage, but not for a little while, because I'm pretty annoyed about that. But we make it 3-0. That should put this game to bed with 25 minutes left. And just made our way into the last 20 minutes of this game, and we're on the attack here yet again, which to be fair has been the case for most of this game, as you'd expect against a team who are bottom of the league. And now Hughes is on the ball. Now we'll take on a shot there from quite far out. That one does force a save from Tapsoba. Doesn't get a touch on it, but off the back of that, I think we're going to make our free subs that we are allowed. We'll take off Tristan Turner for Sam Clark, seeing as he was the only player coming to this game on a heavy workload in the starting 11. So we'll make that sub and make our way into the last 15 minutes. Still 3-0 in front. And just making our way into the last 5 minutes of this game, I think that one sub is all we're going to need in this one because the rest of the players are doing a decent job in terms of their fitness. It hasn't been the most comprehensive win, especially considering we're playing bottom of the league, but maybe a chance here for us late to make it 4-0. We go far post. I think that might have been looking for Hughes. Can't quite find it, but Johnson, of course, is on a hat trick. Tight angle, but takes on the shot, gets some help from the post, and Lorenzo Johnson will pick up a hat trick. He's been in superb form for us the last couple of episodes, and that definitely puts this game to bed, makes the scoreline a bit more flattering than it probably deserves to be, because Queenstown definitely kept things close, especially in that first half, but Johnson has been a key factor for us in this one. He will pick up a hat trick, and I'm pretty sure might have got the assist or the other goal that was scored as well. In fact, that's a lie. Courtney Perkins, that was off the back of a clear corner, but that very dominant display, about matched out XG, even though Castro did miss a penalty in that first half. We pick up a 4-0 win, and that will see us build our gap on top of the Southern League. So nice win for us there, taking on the team bottom of the Southern League, but I thought Queenstown might have been an interesting one to come back for that bus trip, albeit the fact that we flew in the morning of probably made the bus trip a little bit less interesting than it otherwise could have been. Johnson picks up a hat-trick, as I said. He's in really good form at the moment now. 70 games unbeaten. That is in the National League. I think the last time we lost a game in the National League was in the Southern League to Nelson Suburbs a couple of seasons ago, but we're definitely doing a good job here at Cashmere Tech. Just need to wait our turn to go off to a Club World Cup. Hopefully, I'll stop moaning about it soon, but I'm recording back-to-back episodes today. It's still pretty fresh in my mind, but that will do it for today's episode. Here's what the table does look like as well off the back of that win. We're 10 points clear now of Nelson Suburbs, albeit I think the Dunedin City Royals do still have a game to play on this match day, but certainly should be going through as the winners of the Southern League. So hopefully I can go forward a bit more. We can come back for either a Chatham Cup game or get a bit closer to the start of the National League Championship, or even maybe get through OFC World Cup qualifying and find something interesting to do with the All Whites. But if you enjoyed today's episode, that trip around Queenstown and a win over the bottom of the table team, then do remember to go down below, leave a thumbs up on the video, and if you haven't done so already and are enjoying the series here on the channel, also consider hitting that subscribe button and turning that notification bell on as well. As I said, tomorrow we'll come back hopefully once we've wrapped up the Southern League, but I'll see how I get on in terms of work and whatnot. Hopefully might be able to find some games a bit interesting in a competition like the Chatham Cup between now and then. But until tomorrow, we will come back to something, and probably also can see how Auckland City did get on at that Club World Cup, those undeserving buggers. But until then, thank you very much for watching. Keep on keeping on, and I'll see you then. Cheers.